storms are coming from in the Southwest and Texas, they're coming from Mexico. It's an attack on U.S. soil. It's an act of war, but they're not going to tell you that because you would freak out. You would fucking freak out. You would walk into every restaurant, onto every job site, and send every fucking Mexican home. All right, kid you not. You would not trust them if they came clean with that. You shouldn't trust them anyway. They're feeding your kids drugs, and they're taking all your jobs and laughing at you and treating your women like shit. And I'm not talking about Mexican Americans. I'm talking about illegal assholes that come from Mexico to exploit America. Not for a better life, to exploit us. Which, in a sense, you can say that everyone comes here. Every immigrant has come here to exploit the resources of America. But you got your fucking own. When we came from Europe, we didn't have shit. We had fucking tyranny. You have another America down here. Give me a fucking break. Just because you guys don't want to do anything about the cartel. Do you think we would allow a cartel? Do you think Canada would? Well, what the fuck are you doing? You have go back to your own fucking country. I'm serious now. I'm tired of Mexico right now. Coming up in here into LA, fucking talking about fuck America, but you want to be here? Fuck you. Fuck you. This is where all this shit's coming from. I don't care if it's the cartels doing the work or not. Someone's paying for it. Someone's paying for it. Probably China. Probably Russia. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Iranians can come over here and look like Mexicans. Why the fuck do you think Chinese came through Mexico? You think they had to? It was a way to get across the border with a fake name, or just without checking in at all, and using a fake name in America and just fucking calling yourself fucking Mexican. Do you know that there's a lot of fucking, or maybe not calling yourself Mexican, but you can come in under the disguise of Mexicans. Lots of Chinese people can look Mexican, dude. Have you seen the South Americans lately? Half of them look Asian. Okay, they're when they got that tribe blood, when they got that old genetics, they look like Asians. All right, further south you go, the more Asian they look. Pardon my burp. That was so rude. I'm mad. I'm mad at this bullshit, and I gotta go. I just gotta go. I'm supposed to be gone by 9:30, and I'm losing it. I'm losing the battle. Clouds do not start in the middle of the U.S. like this. The water comes from the ocean, and it's railed, so it can be converged and not even. And when it's the right pressure, and the water molecules are separated and not as dense, it doesn't show up on. It shows up as this white stuff, but then as it condenses into like bigger pools, then that's when they pick it up on the thing. But it came from the ocean, and they're another thing. I saw a whole bunch of goddamn chemtrails over here. Let's go regional. Let's go over here. The system I saw yesterday. There's more. If it's coming this way, then what do you think? Yep. Then where do you think this shit's coming from? This shit just comes out like a pulley system and then comes back. And they can build these system ups. They can send them right into Hurricane Alley. They're dumping shit off the coast. They're dumping, and they're hoping it doesn't rain out too hard and give it away. They're never going to admit to it. You might eventually get something that the little ones. You can go to any fucking Texas public utilities, and they'll show you how to cloud seed. Texas public utility cloud seeding. Well, watch. Department of License harvesting the Texas skies in 2022. And a summary of rain enhancement operations in Texas. 50s. Numerous rainmakers sprouted during the epic drought. Nah, dude, they've been doing this for a while. 67, governing the use of weather modification technologies. You think this shit is new? You think they've been just doing this since the 2000s, since you noticed? Since the 90s? Fuck no. Germany was doing this in the 40s, the 30s, since planes. Okay? So have we. Dropping dry ice in the middle of hurricanes to steer them. Look, you're looking at proof. They just talk about it. They don't care what you say. They don't care. Look. Did that just say what I thought it said 2 minutes ago? He's about cloud seeding in Texas before floods. Well, there you go. Rainmaker CEO. And he's probably going to defend it. What to know? Cloud seeding are widespread in Texas and cover. It's completely unrelated to... Of course he said that. Of course he said that. You're fucking full of shit. Maybe his. It's wording. It's wording. It's wording. Okay? The technology was completely unrelated to the flash floods. Okay, look. The technology in Texas. The operations in Texas. No, it's wording. Okay? He's saying the technology. That could be literal. But he's referring in reference. If he were to be investigated and interrogated, he would say, well, that was in reference to Texas cloud seeding. So why can't it be starting in Mexico? Why can't it be starting in Mexico down here and doing a big turn back in? Why can't it be starting? Why can't you be feeding it from, look at this shit. Like, look at this shit. Okay, and where does the water come from? Well, it's kind of an illusion because the weather guy only shows you America. But when you look at all of this shit and watch all of this shit, it comes up and it goes into Canada and then it comes back down to the Midwest. It's an illusion and they made it that way. That's not a natural phenomenon. That is done with towers controlling the. That's done with at the Arctic Circle where they control the polar vortex. The polar vortex. Look at all these. Look at those chemtrails. Are you kidding me? And where's it going? It's drifting this way. The system here is pushing everything that way. It's keeping it pushed that way. Fucking, this is an attack on the U.S. I don't care how fucking crazy I sound anymore. Look at those. That's not fucking... Nobody's flying over here. No one needs to go over here. Okay? When you fly to fucking Hawaii, that's not Hawaii traffic. It would be the whole sky. They built that up as a pressure system. It's pushing, it's keeping this shit contained. I'm not stupid. It's also, look at the drought over California. That's intentional. Look at all these fucking trails. I'm so pissed off right now that I have to breathe this shit. It's raining out there. It's all fucking chemical rain. Look at all this shit. So this shit comes up and then it comes back down into the Midwest. That's what it does. That's what it does. Okay? Let me show you. I'm just going to show you and then I'm out of here. You already see it. See, it comes up in the corner. Sometimes it comes up like here, through here. And then it'll come back down and meet the warm air. And then make all these vortices go crazy. I'm out of here. Come on, Taz. Let's go. Oh, man. We are so late. You see that? This shit's coming down. It's getting pulled back down. That's how we pull water in. Like they have this shit on lock. This stream right here, this northeast stream, is literally fixed for towers. It goes all the way to UK. It's like a river. It's like a river. These Pacific cold airs, they know cold air. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. This cold air is coming out here, boom, back in here, and it's clashing with this warm air, and they know what they're doing. They know, dude. There's trails feeding this. There's trails feeding this up in the corner. There's trails feeding all of these systems. All of them. I'm out. I'm mad. And I don't care how embarrassed I feel or you think or anything.